Okay, so this will be a video on how to electronically fix your P0420 check engine light. And what that is the ECU has detected that the catalytic converter isn't working as efficiently as it can. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to wire in a 1 mega ohm resistor and wire in a I believe it's microfarad capacitor. Now this fix cost me $5 for both of these. I think this is like, I think it was like $2 and $3, but as you can see, I got 100 of these 1 mega ohm resistors, and I got 10 of these 1 microfarad capacitors. So it's a $5 fix, but it's also a $5 fix that you can do over and over and over again, at least 10 times. And I got this online, and it was from an eBay seller, and it actually got to me within 2 days. I think I ordered it on Monday morning, and it was here by Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. It got here at like 3 o'clock through the US Postal. So $5 fix, nice, cheap, and easy. Parts get to you pretty quick, and let's go ahead and I'll show you how to do it. So this is essentially what we're doing here. So we're going to wire in the 1 mega ohm resistor into the blue wire. So we're going to put the 1 mega ohm resistor in, and then we're going to wire in this 1 microfarad capacitor in parallel. So the curved line, that curved line right there, is the negative leg of the capacitor. So the negative leg goes to the white wire, and the positive leg goes to the blue wire. And I believe the resistor does not have a polarity, so that doesn't matter there. But your capacitors will be marked positive on one side, but if they're not, typically the longer leg is the positive side of the capacitor. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that wired in, and I'll show you how I'm going to do mine. Okay, so as you can see, I put in an aftermarket O2 sensor, and the wire colors don't really match up to OEM. But I believe the two white ones are the heater element, because on the OEM setup, the heater element uses the same color wire. So I believe the black and the gray go to the actual signal from the O2 sensor. So I actually found my old O2 sensor, the OEM one, and it looks like the blue and white. So if I have the plug oriented like that, the blue and white are on the right side, with the blue being on top. So plug oriented like that, the blue and white, or in this case the black and gray, it looks like the gray is my new blue wire. So I'm going to go ahead and wire in that 1 mega ohm resistor into that black wire, which is the blue wire. Okay, so here we go. We got the 1 mega ohm resistor wired in, and I know I should probably solder that, but this wire is so easily accessible from the inside of the vehicle. I'm just going to twist them, and if I have any issues, I'll go back and fix it. And also on a side note, the way you read these resistors, like how much resistance they have, the first two bands determine your digits for your first two numbers. So this one is brown, which is 1, and black, which is 0. So that's a 10, a 1, 0, 10, times the third band, which is the multiplier. So green is 100,000. So 100,000 times 10 is 1 million ohms, so 1 mega ohm. And that last one, it's kind of hard to see, is like a golden band. I think that's like the tolerance band. I'm not quite sure what that means. But yeah, all you really need to know is how to read the first three colored bands on these resistors. So got that 1 mega ohm resistor wired into the blue wire. And let's go ahead and wire in the capacitor. So like I showed you before, you're going to wire in the capacitor. So this side is the O2 side. So you got your O2 and your resistor, and you wire in the capacitor between the resistor and the ECU. So in my case, the positive lead will go on this side, and the negative lead goes into the gray wire. And this is going to be wired in between the resistor and the ECU. Or actually, no, I got that backwards. It's going to be wired in between the resistor and this is the ECU side. So I'm going to wire in the positive here and the negative onto the gray wire. So just like that. So here it is, all finished and wired up. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it with electrical tape so nothing shorts. But like I said, my black wire, which is the blue wire on an OEM setup, has the 1 mega ohm resistor wired in, and then between the resistor and the ECU, I have the capacitor wired in with the positive leg on the blue wire and the negative leg on the white, but in my case, gray wire. So really that's all you need to do, and what this does is it smooths out the voltage outputs from the O2 sensor so that it doesn't trigger a check engine light from your ECU. Okay, so here's something interesting. The moment I plugged it in and started the engine up, I got a code for secondary O2 sensor high voltage and a PCM/ECU check engine code. Now, the moment I took out the capacitor and cleared the codes and ran it again, no check engine light. So I'm not quite sure. I guess I'm gonna try running the 1 mega ohm resistor in just by itself and see what that does. But yeah, I'm not quite sure why this fix didn't work for me as described on that website I linked to you. There's plenty of videos and write-ups on how to do this. I don't know, maybe my Prius is just a little more sensitive than other vehicles, but I'm gonna leave all the steps I took in this video just for your sake. If you do decide to do this, just be careful, read up on it a little bit more, you know, take the right precautions as to not damage anything in your system. It would really suck if you shorted something out and, you know, ended up frying your ECU or something. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna wrap this up, put all the carpet back, and I'll just see how this goes. As always, thanks for watching. Sub to the channel, like this video, share it to your friends, and drop some video ideas for me. If a video idea seems pretty interesting, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you. Thanks.